The village of Willow Creek was small, forgotten. Nestled among the towering peaks of the Whispering Mountains, it was a place untouched by time. Wooden houses, weathered gray with age, huddled together as if seeking comfort from the encroaching forest. The villagers were a hardy folk, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of nature. They spoke little, their faces etched with the wisdom of generations past. But it was the forest that held their deepest secrets. Towering pines and gnarled oaks formed a dense canopy overhead, shrouding the village in perpetual twilight. The air hummed with unseen life, and the wind carried whispers of a time long gone. The villagers warned their children to stay clear of the woods. They spoke of ancient spirits and forgotten magic. But for a child with a thirst for adventure, these warnings only fueled the flames of curiosity. Alara was different from the very beginning. Unlike the other children who clung to their mother's skirts, seeking comfort and safety, Alara felt most at home beneath the leafy embrace of the woods, where the trees whispered secrets only she could hear. The whispers of the wind called to her, beckoning her deeper into the emerald depths, promising adventures untold. One crisp autumn afternoon, unable to resist the allure any longer, Alara slipped away from the village, her heart pounding with excitement. Golden leaves crunched under her feet as she ventured further than she had ever dared before, each step taking her deeper into the unknown. The air grew heavy, laden with the scent of pine and damp earth, a heady mix that filled her senses. Strange, luminous fungi glowed softly in the gathering gloom, casting an eerie light that made the forest seem alive. As she pushed through a thicket of thorny bushes, she stumbled into a hidden clearing, a secret place untouched by time. In the center stood a magnificent oak, its branches reaching towards the heavens like the arms of a giant, ancient and wise. It pulsed with an otherworldly light, captivating Alara's gaze, drawing her closer with its mysterious glow. As she reached out to touch its rough bark, a voice echoed in her mind, a whisper that seemed to come from the very soul of the tree. Who seeks the wisdom of the ancients? The question echoed through the forest, reverberating off the ancient trunks and leaves. The voice was deep and resonant, seeming to emanate from the heart of the tree itself. It was as if the very soul of the forest was speaking. Alara recoiled in surprise, her heart pounding like a drum in her chest. She had never heard anything like it before, and it filled her with both awe and fear. Tentatively, she replied, "It is I, Alara. Who are you?" Her voice trembled slightly, but she stood her ground, determined to uncover the mystery. "I am the keeper of memories," the voice boomed, "and this forest is my domain." The words seemed to wrap around her, filling the air with a sense of ancient power. "Each tree you see holds within its rings the stories of our past," the keeper continued. "Every ring is a chapter, every scar a tale of survival and growth." As Alara gazed around the clearing, she realized that the other trees seemed to lean towards the ancient oak, as if listening intently to their elder. It was a silent congregation, a council of the forest. She reached out and touched another tree, a slender willow with drooping branches. The bark was cool and smooth under her fingers, and she felt a connection, a bridge to the past. Images flooded her mind. A young woman with flowing hair, weeping beneath its boughs. Her sorrow was palpable, a deep well of emotion that seemed to transcend time. A group of children playing hide and seek amongst its roots. Their laughter echoed in her ears, a joyful symphony of innocence and play. A lone traveler seeking shelter from a storm. The wind howled around him, but the tree stood firm, a guardian against the elements. Alara gasped, overwhelmed by the torrent of emotions and sensations. It was as if she had lived 1,000 lives in an instant, each one a thread in the tapestry of the forest's memory. She moved from tree to tree, her steps light and cautious, each touch revealing another fragment of the past. The trees whispered secrets long forgotten, and she witnessed moments of joy and sorrow, love and loss. Each memory was a piece of a larger puzzle. But as she delved deeper into the forest's memories, the air grew colder, and a darkness began to creep into her heart. It was as if the forest itself was alive, showing her the pain and fear of those who had come before. She saw a group of villagers, their faces contorted with fear, their eyes wide with terror, fleeing from a terrifying beast with glowing red eyes. The beast's roar echoed through the trees, and she felt the searing pain of betrayal as a young man was lured into the forest and left for dead. His cries for help still lingered in the air, as if the forest itself remembered every moment of agony. The whispers of the wind turned to shrieks and groans, filling her ears with the sounds of the past. The trees themselves seemed to writhe and contort, their branches reaching out towards Alara like grasping claws. Fear pulsed through her veins, urging her to flee. But amidst the darkness, a single image blazed bright. It was her grandmother, her kind eyes filled with sadness, standing before the ancient oak. She was whispering a name, Alara's name, and pleading with the tree for protection. The sight of her grandmother gave Alara a glimmer of hope, reminding her that even in the darkest times, there was a light to guide her. She took a deep breath, and with renewed determination, she continued her journey through the forest, knowing that she was not alone. The ancient oak stood tall and strong, a silent guardian of the past, and Alara knew that it held the answers she sought. She whispered her name once more, and felt a sense of peace wash over her as the tree seemed to respond, its branches swaying gently in the wind.